Hey, I'm Dusty, friends call me Moose. I'm the dude behind cameratips.com, and in this video I want to show you how to set up and use aperture priority mode on the Sony a6000. Now, on the top of your camera, go ahead and locate the mode dial. We're going to go ahead and rotate that to the letter A. Next to that, you'll see another knurled dial that's going to allow us to control the aperture. So if I rotate this to the right, we're going to be able to select a higher aperture f number. This is going to extend the depth of field or put more of the scene in focus, commonly used for taking pictures of landscapes where you want your foreground, middle ground, and background to be nice and sharp. Now, if we go the other direction, towards the left, we're going to be able to select a lower aperture f number. This is going to decrease the depth of field, commonly used for portraits where you want the face nice and sharp and you want that background to be nice and blurry. Now, the lowest possible aperture f number you can use is dependent on your lens. The lens I'm using right here is a 50mm f1.8. So I can go all the way down to an aperture of f1.8, but not any lower. Now, in aperture priority mode, one of the things I often do is I set my ISO to auto. That way I control the aperture and the camera controls everything else. So to do that, on the back of the camera, go ahead and locate the ISO button, which is on the right-hand side of that control wheel. Click that, and then inside the ISO menu, select Auto. Now, one more thing. If you notice your photos coming out maybe a little bit too dark or a little bit too bright, you can fix that. On the back of the camera, locate this little plus minus icon. Click that, and that will allow you to enter the exposure compensation menu. Here, if we select a positive value, you'll see how things get much brighter. And if we go the other direction, select a negative value, and see how things get a little bit darker. That just gives us some control over that final exposure. Now, if you're still trying to figure out how this camera works, maybe you're not sure of which settings to use, I actually just released a set of really simple cheat sheets for the Sony a6000, which show you the exact settings I use for really popular scenarios like portraits, sports, and landscapes. Kind of think of them like recipes. I'll show you which mode to use, the exposure settings like aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. Also highlight the autofocus modes I use depending on the subject or scene. If you're interested in checking that out, I'll put a link down in the description below. Until next time, hope you have a great day.